I was talking to my friend a little while back, a couple days ago, and he just told me about the experience that he had recently with a woman that brought me to the feet of Jesus, and just made me realize or how evil the world is, specifically how evil some women are. I'm not saying that that person is evil or something, but what she did just made me aware and made me think of one of the most uh, evil person who hunted down Elijah and swore by her gods that Elijah has to die, which is Jezebel. Now, Jezebel was the wife of Ahab, I think, who was a prophetess for Baal, which was the false god in Elijah's time. And Elijah brought up a competition basically to see which god is true. So what Elijah did said, "Hey, let's meet up on this mountain and let's try to see which god is who's going to respond. If my God responds, my God is real. And if your God doesn't respond, then he's fake." So they did that, and of course, Yahweh, Adonai, Elijah's God, responded by fire. But the prophets of that false God, which is Baal, got disappointed. Their God didn't respond. So what Elijah did, he killed them, all of them, the prophets of Baal that were on that mountain. And then after the prophetess of Baal, which is Jezebel, heard what Elijah did, she got furious. She got mad. So she started pursuing after Elijah to kill Elijah, the prophet of God. She did that, and of course, she failed. She got eaten by, I don't remember which, but she failed. So it reminds me, this evil that's going on, it just reminded me of Jezebel. Now, Jezebel in the modern time has been affecting a lot of people. You might have heard it, the spirit of Jezebel or whatever. I don't know much about, the spirits or whatever, but I know that it's a legit demon that takes place in a human body. And it's no question that that spirit still functioning today in people, especially when I'm encountered with this kind of evil. It just made me think of that, and a lot of people could be going through this, especially men. Now, in today's society, is women are continuously being praised, but I'm saying this in the context of innocence. Majority of women in general are deemed innocent, which is they're most, I would assume, are deemed innocent because women seemed innocent. But there are women that are wolves in sheep's clothing. Women who would go with a direct mission to literally drain a man out of his mental being, his emotional being, his financial being. That just they go out of their way to just bring terror into a man's life, which is evil. That's exactly what Jezebel did. He hunted him down. He wanted to murder him. Being a queen, being a person who is high, disregarded all of that just to bring terror into, to bring depression into Elijah's life. Elijah got depressed. He started crying to Yahweh like, "Hey, take me away from this earth, because just take me away, just kill me." She brought that to him, and she went out of her way to do that to him. So I think there is a lot going on, bro. There is a lot going on. I'm not saying this because I don't like women. I do like women. I love women. The biblical women. I love biblical women, but not the woman that you see out in the world of course, I'm talking in this context of the world. This is one among the reasons why we ought not to associate with women that are of the world, because they have a mission to bring terror into your life as a man of God. Honestly, when I was told this, I was terrified. It brought chills to my body. It made me feel like we indeed do not wrestle against flesh and blood. Of course, I never had anything happen to me like that. Thanks Jesus for protecting me from that. But when I heard of it, I was terrified. I was like, what kind of woman would do this? Are we fighting against flesh and blood, or are we fighting against principalities? That's what we do. That's what we fight against. We don't merely fight against a mere human being or mere flesh. We fight what's beyond the flesh. It was honestly like a really bad experience. I felt really bad for this guy I was talking to about it, and I just went to Jesus and told him about it. And amazing, looking out for another brother, and this itself just arises the epidemic of just